Welcome back to No Man's Land for episode 30 with me, Farm Sim Snowy. Welcome back everybody. Since the last episode I rescued the combine harvester. If you didn't know, it run out of fuel halfway through harvesting our corn over there, and obviously we couldn't move it, so I had to hire or lease one of these, the FS19, and I just filled it up with enough fuel to get us back to our fuel tank and then unleashed it, so that saved us. I've got the mowers out ready because I'm going to go on a mega mow in a second. I've put a corn header in our new shed, although I'm not sure why I've put it in there yet, because we'll probably need that shortly for the sunflowers. That probably won't be this episode, but I wanted to show you. Let's turn on our help menu, just so you don't think I'm cheating or you don't understand how we got to it. We've got 533,603 litres in our bunker silo. So like I say, I'm going to go on a mega mow. I'm going to do our grass field. I'm going to do as much as I can of 29 and 30, and then probably any little bits here and there that I can see or do. I'm not gonna do silly little areas like this and in between the fields and like here and that. It's just gonna be bigger areas, probably the sort of bigger area over between this field and our animal pens, just to see how much we can get. So I'll probably do that all off of camera so you don't get bored, and I will bring you back in. One other thing that I'm probably going to do actually is replace our truck, because I do like it. It looks smart, but as you remember from in cab, it's really dark inside, and I'm thinking of changing to just a standard in-game MAN truck. So I'll probably shoot down the shop in a minute and get rid of that and get our new truck back here, and then I'll go on a mega mow and I will see you shortly. Right, I'm down the shop. I thought I'd show you this first because I want to trade this in or sell this before it loses too much value, because obviously mowing all those areas is going to take quite a long time. I don't want it to decrease in value too much. But the reason I'm changing it is because I've just bought this, which is the front lifter. If you're not aware of it, it is this bad boy here. So it's only 2,500 to buy. And basically that will attach to certain things to give you a front lifter option. Now, it won't connect to this lorry, which obviously is more realistic, but it will connect to the MAN. And again, I know not very realistic, but my thinking being is we will connect the front lifter to the MAN, pick up the milling machine, have our huge trailer on the back, and then we should be able to pick up all the grass. Hopefully it will fly all over the top into the trailer, and we will be able to pick up the grass in super speed time. So we will get, that's pretty good actually. That's more back than I think the MAN's going to cost us. It doesn't need repair, it's in good condition. We've hardly used it, to be fair. So that's gone. Let's get the MAN, which is there. I want to change the colour. I'm pretty sure our trailer was this rabe or rabby colour. We'll have that funky blue. What about rim colours? White, beige, have we got any? What does metal look like? No. Grey. No. White. We'll just leave it on standard. Trelleborgs, lizard or Trelleborgs, that would do. 133,000 euros. It's less horsepower, but I don't think that's going to worry us. It's pretty flat, this map. So we've got our new MAN truck just there. Now, hopefully, this should hook up to this. Yes. So now that hooks up to the truck, as you can see, and now we've got a front lifter. Happy days. Like I say, I just hope the milling machine, it should do, raise it up, and by the time the pipe comes out, it should fire that over the top of the cab straight in the trailer. Not very realistic, but it's going to save us a hell of a lot of time. So I'll definitely go on my Mega Mo now, and I'll see you for probably the last little bit of picking up the grass so you can see this in action. If it doesn't work, then I'll probably see you earlier than that. So we'll see what happens. So here we are on the last two strips of grass to pick up. As you can see by the time at the top, it took quite a while. I did a little clip to show you what areas I did, which I will show you now. So as you can see, I didn't even bother touching the sawmill area. I thought there was too many trees there, so I didn't deem it necessary to go over there. What I did forget about though was in this area, all the tree stumps that were still left there. Hence why the fence is still over there with a tree stump cutter on it, because I'm not 100% convinced we've got them all. What we're going to do is pick the rest of this up, and then we're going to turn this into a huge square sort of field, which I talked about earlier. So try not to have any odd shapes. I just thought I'd show you this quick. So that's the front lifter, and we've got our PTO there, you can see, and it does all work. So this hooks up to the milling machine. Zoom out a little bit, and then once we lower that, so yeah, it took quite a long time to do all those areas, mowing, and then obviously getting rid of the stumps. But we have got quite a bit of chaff in the bunker silo, which we'll see in a second. I did have to lease some roller sort of weights, the silage weights, you know, that you put on the tractors to compact it down. The first time I did it, I put the help menu on, so I did see how much we had in here then, but I've done it twice since, and I didn't put the help menu on because I wanted us to see it together, how much we've got in the end. So I just went over it enough times to make it look reasonably flat, so I could try and sort of get the lorry up over there with a trailer. So it's probably not 100% compacted, which is something else we can do. Hopefully we've beaten our record from last time. I can't remember what that was. I think it was something like 1.5 million litres we had in there. So let's lift that up, turn that off, pipe out. I think we've got all of it. If we've missed any little bits, it's too bad, it would just get ploughed in. And then we're going to lease the widest cultivator, because we've got the field creator mod downloaded, which means we can use cultivators to create fields. So we'll get the widest one we can get, which I think is 24 meters. We'll have to lease a more powerful tractor because it's something like 500 horsepower I think it needs. I think this lorry is 500 as well, but I just don't think it will cope that well, and obviously it's not very realistic, is it, doing it with a lorry. So providing we don't get stuck, I'm going to tip this off. We're going to try and ram ourselves up here now. Here we go. Go on, boy, get up there. So if we get all this roughly at the top, hopefully none spills out the end when we come off. Come on, don't get stuck. Now we're stuck. That's it, the weight's pushed us down, that's good. Get rid of this last little bit. Excellent. Right, we'll just park that there. So let's put our help menu on. Possibly got a couple of little bits at the end which I'll clean up in a minute with a bucket maybe. Ooh. 1,963,269 litres. How about that then? And it's not too bad for flatness, so it's going to need a little bit more compacting. And what I might even try and do is get the milling machine on these edges to just tidy them up. So I turn that off because I think I pushed a bit out this end as well. Maybe. It's either that or we just go for it. Right, I'll get this compacted. And this setup with these two really works if you get the ballast weights on both these rollers. Let's just show you quick so you know what I'm on about instead of me trying to explain it. So they're in levelers. You've got the standard in-game one there, but if you get the modded in ones like this, you can add the ballast weights. So you've got a water tank one, which I'm not 100% sure how heavy that is, but then I went for the highest ballast weights, which was 750. One of them front and back, just blitzes this thing. And you just have to lower them. And then go over. It does compact quite quick. But I will get this done and I'll see you back here in a second. As you can see, 100% compacted. I'll clean the ends up with the milling machine. So I'm going to try and get off here now without spilling any more. We've got 1,963,460. That should be okay. So if we blanket that, with a bit of luck, it should all be covered up. It's looking good so far down this side, because I have actually had it spill over these sides before, which was a bit annoying. Brilliant. So that is done. Now for the fun bit of leasing some huge equipment and getting that field done. So I'm going to whiz these down to the shop and off hire them and hire the new stuff, so I'll see you down there. Right, so they can have these back. I'll drop that one there and that one there. And I'll park this over here. This will have to stay down here for a second. So into the shop menu. First of all, we'll off hire those two. Very handy they were indeed. So straight away, let's have a look at these cultivator that I was talking about. So you've got, these are all the standard in-game ones. That's the one we're after, 24 meters, but that will not allow you to create new fields, so we need to find it again further down the line. This one here, as you can see, field creator, and it says down the bottom, this mod allow create new fields. So we're not going to customize it or anything, we'll just lease that. And as you can see, 500 horsepower, so it's a bit of a beast. And we are going to lease. I'm not a massive fan of these, but we need the power, so we're going to lease this bad boy, and we're going to go for the maximum power 692, so that should do that field no trouble. So it's going to cost us 26,596 euros to lease. Hopefully we'll get it done quick with that. And there we are, look at that. It's very odd. And then you've got this bad boy to go with it. Very nice indeed inside. Expensive bit of kit. Right, we'll hook up to this and then we'll head up to, this is what I don't like about them, the way where they're articulated. I'm not a big fan of them really, but it's going to serve its purpose for us for this though. I'll head up to the area where we're going to create a new field and I shall see you up there. Here we are at the scene of the crime. So let's unfold this. I want to try and get as straight as I can across here and make just one big sort of square rectangle it's not actually, when you're up here, it's not actually as flat as I originally thought. We got a little bit of a mound there where the trees were that we cut down. I'm hoping, because this to the right, the sort of dirt track there, you can see that as the edge of the map, so I'm hoping it's still going to allow us to go sort of up as far to that as we sort of can. Not right up, but obviously you can just about see where we've mowed the grass, so that is again going to be our sort of boundary coming along that way. First things first, allow create fields, make sure that's on. I'm going to put the mini map on because I want us to be as square as we sort of can, which is probably something like that. Let's just check. Yeah, that's pretty much straight. Let's lower that, and let's just put cruise control on. So you can already see it sort of jumps over a little bit, but we can't help that. Could always go into landscape mode and tidy the edges up. I don't think we're going to be able to do this edge here because, like I say, that is literally on the edge of the map. I don't think it's going to allow us to do the landscaping tool there, but we'll see what happens. We'll get up to the top there and then we'll go straight across from the sort of hill there, because there is a little bit extra coming around. You can just sort of see in a sec, you'll see where we've cut the grass, but I am literally going to just go straight and square as I can. So start braking about here. Oh, that's a dodgy camera angle. Probably just get rid of those bushes there. Because what I'm thinking as well, if we've got a worker, I don't want them going up that hill too much because I don't know how they cope with that. We'll lift that up and then try and get in position for the next lot. And then, providing this doesn't take too long, I shall do most of this in a time lapse. This is where it's going to be a bit awkward with the articulating bit. That's not too bad. I want to try and go straight off of that edge. Right, how are we looking for straightness? Tiny little bit that way. Right, let's just go for it. Like I say, any little bits we could get the landscaping tool out and just go with a bit of grass, trim the edges up. That's not looking too bad though. Right, I'll get this done and hopefully see you when we've got a huge great field. So we are on the last strip left to do. Look at the size of this. This is absolutely huge. You can kind of just see where the forest area still was, which is a bit weird. But that won't show up when we've got a few crops in there. So yeah, I could have gone a little bit further that way. You can just see where we mowed the grass, but I wanted it pretty square, this field. And we only came across one leftover tree stump, which was amazing because I was certain there was going to be more than that we'd left. So we've got the fent over there ready to go to get rid of that. but this is looking amazing. What I'm going to do is, let's finish that, fold that up before we do any unnecessary damage. If we go into here and go across, obviously as with all new fields it needs liming, but bar this little bit here and this little strip there, that is looking pretty good. There's let's show you in landscape mode actually. So yeah, I might be able to, because we're getting quite close to our boundary there, especially up there, I might be able to trim this edge up just to make it look a bit neater. This side we're not going to do anything with, because look, that is a limit you can go to with the landscape tool, which is quite annoying. So if I was to do that, we're going to cut out all the stuff to the right. You've got those two little bushes there, which again are probably going to annoy me, but I could always come down here with the subsoiler because it's a bit easier to manage, but we will go with that for now. Yeah, it looks really good. This line along here was pretty much dead straight. I don't think it jumped at all. Oh, a tiny little bit there, but I'm happy with that. Like I say, we could probably trim that up like that, but I'll do that all a bit later, or in a minute off camera, because now I'm going to whiz down to the shop. Obviously this field needs liming. Our lime spreader is too small really for us. It's only holding 15,000 litres, so we're going to get a bigger one. And I've been looking at these, even though it's under manure spreaders, a couple of these modded in ones here do lime as well. Now, I've not tested them, but I'm hoping they do work. That holds 28,500 litres. So yeah, we're going to go for that. I'll probably just buy one. If it doesn't work, I'll return it straight away. So I'm going to whiz down to the shop, take these back, get a new lime spreader, and I'll see you back up the farm. Right, back up here. I just had a little bit of an idea, but I don't think it's going to work. I was wondering if that new spreader we've just bought would load up from this one, because if it does, I don't think it will. Yeah, we've got a little bit in there. If it does, we can use this one as like a refill tanker. But I really don't think this will work. But it's a little experiment. So if we get close enough. No, we're not getting any trigger there, are we? Let's try the other side. I don't think it will matter. Oh, crashing in our tractors now. Oh well, that's a shame. It's just a thought. Right, and what I could do with, what did we do with our weight? Because, oh, there it is there. Right, let's get that under there ready. Just going to get the weight on the front because that thing's quite heavy. I'll come out of the shop and did a bit of drifting, and that's with it empty, so I'll stick that on the front. What I might do is get going with it and get a worker going and see how they're going to cope. Hopefully this won't cost us too much. I mean, we've got plenty of money. It's just, it's not even at 28 is it 28.5? Yeah, 320 euros. That's a bargain. That's what I love about that little silo. I definitely recommend it. It's cheap as chips. Right, so there's definitely some weight there, I can feel that. It's already sliding out now. It's definitely not liking this, is it? Well, we'll get over there and we'll get a worker on it and let them deal with it. I'm a bit surprised at that because, to be honest with you, we should have enough horsepower. It's just, I don't know whether the weight's too heavy. I'm thinking maybe the weight, because it has quite a hefty weight, and it's pulling us round to either side. Right, well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, look, I'm not even turning. It's just drifting out. Yeah, that's no good like that. Right, bear with me a sec. I'm going to get a smaller weight, I think. Let's just try it without a weight. I should have tried this earlier, just dropped the weight, but I've taken the weight all the way back to the farm now. At the end of the day, the back end should be quite heavy, so yeah, seems to be okay, does it? I don't know. Right, let's just get a worker going on and let them deal with it. Hope it's not going to be another bad investment from us. Right, so let's unfold this, which brings that up and opens that flap. I'll get a worker going straight away. I'm just going to follow them down to see what they do at the bottom of the field, because sometimes they don't always go to the end properly. It's quite a nice spread on that. I think it's 24 meters, wasn't it? So we're whizzing through that line. It's definitely going to take a few trailer loads, this. Right, what are you going to do here then? Good boy today. Right, we'll jump out. We'll run over to the farm. And we'll jump in the vent probably. So I think we should buy some more piggy wiggies, because when we come to harvest the sunflower seeds, I was going to say sunflowers, which will probably be next episode, we can dump, well, hopefully a whole trailer load in there. That'll fill that up. So yeah, pretty good. Let's get some pigs. 32, so we've had 2 since we bought some, so they are starting to breed. Right, I'll see you in a second. Let's let's go and get another full trailer load of pigs. Then obviously their feed, water, whatnot's going to need topping up, which is fine. We can sort that out. Hopefully the worker's doing okay. Let's quickly put that on cruise control and have a quick look. Seems to be faring up pretty well. The good thing as well is about creating that new field is where we've ploughed it under, or cultivated under if you want to call it. We've already got our first stage of fertiliser, which is quite handy. So that saves quite a big job, because obviously it's a huge field. But our spreader with 45 metre whip should rip through that pretty quick, should I say. So let's get some more little piggies. And I've actually remembered what type we've got this time, instead of keep having to check. So we'll fill up. And off we go. What we could do with is something to, because I don't think that new lime spreader would fill up from a new trailer, from a normal trailer. I don't really want to risk it filling up a whole trailer load and taking it over there. I know we could obviously tip it into our silo, but we could do with a little transport trailer. I'll tell you what I have got downloaded. I think it's under, I'll tell you what, let's stop a minute, otherwise we're going to crash with our little piggies. There we go, this one here, which holds all of those things down the bottom, but it's only 4,000 litre capacity, and obviously that isn't going to go very far. So I may need to check that in the future. We could try the trailer method, just put a little bit in there, and if it doesn't work, we'll tip it into our silo, it's not a problem. So we'll get these pigs offloaded. I really wanted to move the chickens over to this area as well, but there is no way to transport them, which is a shame. There is one mod, but it's got to be compatible, the map's got to be compatible with the sort of script or something that it uses, I don't know. So it won't work on here, which is quite annoying. And I don't really want to sell them and get rid of them and start again, so they can just stay where they are really. So we'll move them over into our farm. Shut that door up. So now we've got 44 piggies, and a few things have gone down, which is fine, that's not a problem. I think we've got corn. Do we have any sugar beet left in there? We've got corn in the silo and sugar beet, so that's fine. We've got straw as well, loads of straw. So we're good to go for that. And like I say about the sunflower seeds, we get that. And even if we don't grow any wheat or barley, we will have to soon because of the chickens, we could just buy a little bit of pig feed, and if those bars are full up, it's just going to fill up the one empty bar, the wheat and barley bar, which is pretty good. Right, so we're going to put this back. And we might as well grab the water trailer. Yeah, because over by the chickens, I had a few ideas about developing that area. I'm still in two minds, but like I say, it means we have to sell the chickens and kind of start again. I mean, I know they're not expensive, but it'd just be a little bit of a shame. I'll have a good old think about it, so I'm not going to tell you what I was going to do over there, but I'll have a think and see what happens. Because the actual pen itself as well wasn't expensive. I think it was something like 10,000. It's the AJ Tech one. Yeah, 10,000, which is a bargain really. And we can still reuse the pallet that we've got there. We can put that if we do move them over here. It just means selling all the chickens off, which means we would get a little bit of money back from them, but nowhere near as much as what we paid. But they have been good to us with the eggs. They could do with a little bit of clean up there as well. The pigs. Right, that's cool. Might as well top the sheep up while we're here. I presume the work is still going. I haven't had no warning come up saying they've run out of the line. It'd be interesting to see how far he actually gets before running out. Blimey, so he's done quite a lot. It's quite impressive. Maybe it would be worth buying that little box trailer, because if he's getting that far, 4,000 litres might just finish it off. We'll leave him to it though. So with the pigs, let's just top them up. We need some straw, corn and sugar beet. Huge pile of silage going to be there soon. And another thing we're going to have to do soon really, which is a shame, is although it is a free product, our digestate, we've got so much in there, because if we start selling that silage when it's finished fermenting, we will hit the maximum limit and it will just stop producing digestate, so technically we're missing out. So we're probably gonna sell some of the digestate, if not all of it. Right, what do we need? Let's go sugar beets first. We'll do a full trailer and we can always tip it back in. Yeah, we'll sell all the digestate because it's a way we can make a little bit more money, and I'm not sure I'm going to carry on spreading it across our fields. Probably just go back to the normal fertilising. I think this is going to take too much. Right, what's that done? So that's filled that right up, 44,000 litres. So once they're fully full up, they'd be good to go for, I think it's 9 or 10 days they can go without food for. That will last if they got a full feed trough. They can go for that long. Right, let's hit this up. Surely he's not still going over there, is he? I am going to be... Oh, he's missed a tiny little bit there by the look of it. We'll double check it. I'm going to be so impressed if that trailer fall does that whole field. Straw. Ah, spoke too soon, look. But to be fair, that is quite impressive how far they've got. I mean, we're probably going to go over there and there's going to be loads missed, but it should show up on the map if he's missed stupidly amounts. What I'll probably do is I'll top the pigs up, and I think we'll call it there for this episode. And we'll go and have a check though in a minute. We'll tip this straw in, and we'll drive over there and see what's happened. Was going to do that. Now my tyres are too wide, aren't they? There we go. Excellent. Right, we'll shut the door back up. Ooh, climbing up the trailer. Drop that trailer there for a second. And let's go and investigate. So yeah, they're just there, look. Almost done it. I think he's on like the last run. Let's zoom out and have a look. I'm starting to think that 4,000 litre trailer would do, although the farm's not hugely far away, is it? Wow. I'm impressed with that. Let's just have a quick look on the landscape. It's mainly the edges, so yeah, there's a couple of little bits there that I need to touch up, which is fine. Probably down here as well. I don't know what that bit is showing up here on the map, because oh, it's probably that tiny little speck there, look. Wow, that is well impressive. I'm impressed with that. I think we'll leave it there for that episode. So I hope you have all enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.